Hi, it's Tom from Digital Foundry with a quick look at the Star Wars Battlefront beta on Xbox One. Having already seen the PS4 beta running at a resolution of 900p, just as with Battlefield 4, we began to suspect history may be repeating itself on Microsoft's platform. After all, DICE's titles so far have been running at just 720p on the console. And it turns out that this suspicion is correct. Battlefront on Xbox One runs at a native 1280 by 720 resolution here. This gives it an overall pixel count of just 64% of the PS4 version's output, and the impact on the image quality is just as you'd expect. Xbox One suffers from more earliest edges and a higher level of shimmering on fine details far away. Added to that, there's a softening to the picture as a whole, a result of a more aggressive upscale combined with its post-process anti-aliasing. So it's not ideal. We had expected DICE to optimize its engine and push Xbox One's image quality higher, given it's been 2 years since Battlefield 4. There are positives though. Just like the PS4 version, what you're seeing here is a close match for the PC's high graphics settings overall. This means if you can look past Xbox One's lower resolution, the actual content of the game is identical to PS4. Texture and shadow quality are the same between each, as is the use of parallax occlusion mapping across the ground, giving textures a 3D effect. Now, by this point you've noticed performance on Xbox One. The beta still targets 60 frames per second on the console, and just as with PS4, it sticks to that number most of the time. But the bad news is we see a lot more drops to 50 frames per second on balance during our tests, especially on this Hoth stage. By the end of this mission we see drastic dips in places, sometimes below the 50 FPS line once heavy transparency effects come into play. The interior Rebel base area is a major culprit of this once again, causing longer drops to 50 FPS once the AT-ATs start attacking the entrance. Just as with PS4 though, smaller maps run a lot smoother. We get a near perfect 60 frames per second on the Solust and Tatooine maps once again, and barring a few drop frames here and there, you won't be distracted by Xbox One's level of performance here. Needless to say, the PS4 beta is better looking and a slightly better performing version of the two. Visually, it's once again coming down to the difference between the PS4's 900p resolution and the 720p we see on Xbox One. And though it is a beta build, meaning we may see improvements, we are fast approaching the final game's November release. And that's about all for now. If you'd like to see more technical analysis in this style, feel free to like or subscribe below, and until next time, thanks for watching.
Power generator in range. has fallen into Imperial hands. We need to regroup. We've picked up another escape pod signal.
Not my best landing.
Hey, let's go!
Imperials coming within range. Scanners indicate snipers in